Hey, what is happening, everybody? So in this video, we're going to be going over some of the core tools, platforms that is going to be included in this training. So for example, Agent Flywheel, this is my company. We're built on top of GoHighLevel. We have all of our AI built on top of this. So this is everything that we've done in order to help make things that we've done and made for loan officers to grow their business. I'd be remiss if I didn't include this in the training because that was by far the most overwhelming request for folks. A lot of the other platforms, if you haven't come to learn, they're really, really good for, writing, creating content, some automation and stuff, but there's no really, it's not a lead generation thing, right? And that was number one by far. So that's the reason why I went back and I included this, because previously it wasn't even a part of this free training. So shameless plug, putting this stuff in here to be able to highlight some of it. More and more so, I've been a heavy user of Claude Chat, Cowork, Claude Code. Like I mentioned before, we're not really going to get into too much of the coding component of it. I may share some, but I'll go over my practical use cases for that. ChatGPT, really good platform for daily use, affordable, good for brainstorming. And if you've been using it for a while, you obviously know that it knows a lot about you. So that will probably still continue to play a role at some time. Gemini Notebook LM, some of the video stuff in Google's really good. Notebook LM for making presentations. There's some other good tools in there that I'll include. Gemma or I'll make sure that I include it in that section for making presentations. Really cool stuff there. Manus, there's some really good use cases for Manus. I'm not a super duper heavy user, but it is really good for whipping up really quick, one-off sites. So I'll give you some examples of that. MCP, this is probably the most advanced stuff that I'll get into. If you're not familiar with MCP, it's basically a second brain, or how to, a place to connect and receive and store all your information, connect different tools. So we'll touch on that briefly. Again, a lot of this stuff, each one of these individual components, we've taken some of the core components of it and have it in Agent Flywheel. But I wanted to make it broad enough that you don't have to be a member or a user of Agent Flywheel to get tons and tons of value from this free course. So with that being said, we'll start to chunk down each module, each section of this, go over practical use cases of things, and begin to expand as much as you all want on each individual topic, platform, so on and so forth. So with that being said, appreciate you as always. If you ever have any questions, you need help with anything, don't hesitate.